Welcome back to another episode of Stoneblock 3 Bedrock Edition. This is episode 2, part 2, the one where we complete the Getting Started questline. My name is Crafty Red Dragon, and, well, I'm not going to muck about. Let's just get straight back in where we left off in part 1. If you are to survive underground, you'll obviously also need water. You can get water by placing a cactus inside a squeezer and squeezing it into a tank. So we need to craft a squeezer, squeeze cactus into the tank and collect water in a bucket. So let's go and have a look and see what the squeezer needs to create. Here's the squeezer. And we need a ton of iron. I mean, it's literally just all iron. And the tank itself, I believe, also needs glass. Again, it's iron, so we need about 20 something pieces of iron. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We need 16 pieces of iron, and as you know, raw iron uses 4 pieces of iron scrap. So if we need 16, what means we're going to need at least 64 iron scrap. I think that's how that math works. Please don't quote me on that. I'll just go ahead and do that now, and then we'll come back with the iron. See you guys shortly. I'm going to bring you back in before I've actually finished making all the iron, because I realised there's something we could be doing while we're waiting, while I'm milling the gravel into iron, and that is we could get cactus to be growing. So let's go and have a look at how we can grow this cactus. It's pretty simple, really. We can't grow cactus in the planters, unfortunately. It doesn't work that way because you can't put sand in them, and cactus needs to grow on sand. Now, I do believe somewhere around here... Oh wait, I put a chest over here, didn't I? We have 4 cactus seeds, which is perfect. It's almost exactly how many we need. So what we're going to do is we are going to grab ourselves some sand, which we have milled and created in here. We've also obviously got some from previously doing sand and things in the other quests. So we'll grab ourselves a little bit more of that. We're going to go and plop them down somewhere nice and handy. And in fact, because I've got... That's what we were wanting to have come in. It's a chicken. Oh, I can show you the first quest of that one now. Oh, hello, frog. Because I'm making this a bit of my garden area, I'm going to plop the 4 bits of sand down here. And then we just right click on the sand, because as you can see it says plant on either sand or red sand, and it grows itself into a little cactus, which is perfect. And because we've got 5 ticks on, they should grow relatively quickly, although, I mean, it's cactus, they don't grow that fast anyway. While we're doing the grinding, we can grow ourselves a cactus to help the whole quest get along a little bit faster. Now, where'd the chicken go? We're going to set the initial one of the chicken quest off while we've got that chicken here, just to help get it started. So to get started with your chicken ranch of dreams, you'll need a way to grab and pick up our feathered friends. So grab a stick and whack a chicken to obtain the chicken wand. If you use the chicken wand, you can pick up chickens and keep them safe. And to use the chicken wand, all you need to do is whack a chicken with it. So obtain a chicken wand is the very first quest of the chicken quest book. So we'll grab ourselves a stick, and this particular chicken is very much a normal chicken. Where'd he go? He knew I was going to whack him with a stick and ran away. There he is. So he is very much a normal chicken, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to whack him, and voila. We have ourselves a chicken wand. Yeah. Now that makes me very happy. So we'll put that in there for use for later. And I guess I'm going to get back to grinding iron. Finally got my 64 iron scrap that we're going to make into iron. As you can see, we also managed to get a decent amount of pointed dripstone, which means once I've got enough iron, some more iron, I can make myself a cauldron, and we can make ourselves an infinite lava farm, which I'm quite excited about. And obviously we've got some extra coal, which I'll grab because we'll need that to burn the iron. And we got diorite and we got sand, which is absolutely amazing. Now there are other blocks we can also mill through here, but there is actually a way to find out what those blocks are, because I don't know at this particular point in time. So I'm going to have a look at how we can find out what else can go through our millstone. In the meantime, let's go and get this iron on to smelt. We will shove that in there. This will do 8. So I don't think we're going to have enough coal to do the whole lot. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my lava bucket in there. And we're not doing it that way. I'm a silly Billy. That means I don't have enough iron, do I? Do I? Yeah, I do. We only needed 16 pieces, right? Right? Let's go double check that, shall we? So, for the squeezer. Yeah. That wasn't an S. Why was that not an S? For the squeezer, we needed 9, 10, 11. Oh my gosh, we need another 5 for the hopper plus the 1 for there. So we actually needed 17 all up for this one. Back to the grind. I know, my maths was off. I needed a few more pieces than I thought because I'd forgotten about the hopper and the entire block. So I needed, well, 16 pieces of iron just to do the squeezer. I also needed another 4 pieces of iron to do the tank. So all up, I actually needed 20 pieces of iron, which is 80 pieces of raw iron. Well, I ground some more. I did it. As you can see, our cactus has been growing in the meantime, which has been amazing. And I'll show you that in a second. But let's get on with creating the squeezer in the tank, because I think 21 iron, I hope, should do it. Right, so to make the squeezer, we need to do the block of iron first. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. We can do that. Let's go with 9 iron there. We'll grab those. And then we've got myself some logs so I can make myself a chest. Beautiful. And then we can make ourselves... Hey, oops. That doesn't belong there. We can make ourselves a hopper. Look at that. Yay! We can make a squeezer. And I believe the tank looks like this. Well, maybe not quite like that. No? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I need more glass. What was I thinking? Alright, I have some more. Crisis averted. I had more glass smelting. There we go. We've got this tank and the squeezer now. Now the other thing we're going to need here will be a button, which we'll grab a stone button. And we're going to go put the squeezer... Let's put it... I'm going to put it down here. Now, this is what the squeezer looks like. And as you can see, nothing's happening right now, but that's because there's nothing in it. It's got this little drain in it. And it turns out this drain is actually kind of important, because that's where the tank needs to go, is off the edge of the drain. So I'm just going to shift right click, take that down. I'm actually going to put it this way. And then I'm going to put our tank here. And I'm going to put a button here. Now, that is the setup we need. So let's have a look in the wiki and see what it says about how to use the squeezer. You'll find it under miscellaneous and machines. And here it is here, the squeezer. And that's how you make it. The squeezer is used to squeeze liquids out of cactus and out of blaze powder. Squeezing cactus will result in water. Squeezing blaze powder will result in lava. So to squeeze either the cactus or the blaze powder, just place the item into the squeezer by interacting with it, and then punch the squeezer to begin the squeezing process. Once it's been squeezed, you'll need a liquid tank next to the squeezer to funnel the liquid out. And to reset the squeezer, place a button adjacent to it and press the button. Which is pretty much exactly the setup I have here. So I've set it up so that we can squeeze, we get water, or lava, and we can press a button. So let's go and grab the cactus because, whoa, as you can see, they've grown again. Or they've grown. You guys wouldn't have seen it the first time round. So we'll jump in here, we'll grab a couple. And I've got 8 more in here, so it's been working really nicely. Grab ourselves a few. I know you lose some. We've got 6. I'm just going to grab another couple. We'll go and have a look and see how this goes. So really simple. You just place right click into that and then punch and it squeezes, and as you can see the liquid goes that way, and we press the button and it resets itself. Now to get a full bucket of water you need to have at least 4. You need to squeeze at least 4 items before it does a full bucket. But that's cool. The real simple process, and there we go. We will now have the equivalent of a bucket of water. So let's go and grab our bucket out of the furnace where it's still lavering, and we can grab a bucket of water. So although you put 4 cactus in there, it does do a couple of buckets of water, which is kind of cool. But I found when I initially did this that, yeah, I couldn't get a bucket of water until I'd put 4 cactus. So it just makes it easier. Do 4 cactus. Saves you the problem. Okay, so let's go complete that quest and see what we get. Yay! What's the next one? The dripper drips fluid onto the block below in order to turn it into other blocks. See the wiki for what blocks it can convert, and we need to make a dripper. So this is pretty similar to the Stoneblock 2 dripper. It doesn't do quite as much, I don't think, because we don't have as many liquids, but that's okay. Alright, so let's go and have a look at how we make this dripper. If we go DRI, there it is, and it's just a bucket of water, some glass, and some wood, which, I mean, honestly, don't think that's going to be that hard to do. What do you guys reckon? So let's quickly make the dripper. We will need planks. Look at that, beautiful. It did, however, use up my bucket, so I'm going to have to get some more iron. Ugh, that's painful. I didn't think of that. That's okay, though. I'm not going to stress over that too much. And let's have a look in the wiki. I think it will also be under miscellaneous machines and the dripper. And I'm not sure why that is. The dripper is used to create new blocks by dripping liquids onto blocks, slowly transforming them. Depending on the block underneath the dripper, it will yield different results. These are some of the transformations for water. So gravel goes to dirt, dirt goes to grass, through to dirt goes to moss. Ooh, that one I'm excited about. Dust goes to clay, that's going to be important. And yellow wool goes to sponge. And for lava, you've got sand goes to soul sand to red sand, any log to a coal block, and cobblestone to magma. There are many more combinations of blocks and liquids for you to try. Don't just stop at using lava and water. There are other liquids you can use. Just have to experiment and have fun. So this is the same as Stoneblock 2. So obviously we do have access to the likes of honey, etc. at some point along the way. And liquid XP, I think, as well. So yeah, we'll see how... we'll see what we can make with those eventually. But in the meantime, we've got all the basics here, which is pretty cool. So let's go back out of that. Let's exit. Did we claim the quest? No, we did not. So let's claim that reward. The cobblestone generator is a great little contraption that produces resources without needing any power. Plus, it's super easy to upgrade multiple times. Like this, we get a cobblestone generator. Let's craft a basic generator. Okay, let's go find out what we need for that. What do we get? Oh, we got another chicken. We got another chicken? Yeah, we got another chicken. Another gravel chicken. We're going to have a good collection of gravel chickens. Right, so let's go and have a look at what we need for the generator. And there we go. This is the cobblestone generator tier 1. If we flick this off, you'll see the other tiers. There's iron, gold, diamond, and the pedestal one. So obviously these ones here, you need to create the basic one to start off with, and you just builds, pretty standard. So for this we need the buckets. I need 2 buckets, bucket of lava and a bucket of water, and I do believe we get the buckets back. So I'm going to have to just grind a little bit to get a little bit more iron quickly so I can get my buckets, because I'm definitely missing buckets now. A little bit more grinding, I'll get some more iron, I'll get myself the buckets, and then we'll come back and we'll make ourselves the cobblestone generator. Okay guys, so I've got my 6 pieces of iron. I'm going to make my buckets, and we're going to get the cobblestone generator created. Let's go. 2 buckets, done. 1, 2, beautiful. So the other thing we also need will be a fire plow, because we need some more lava. So let's go down here. We'll put another hole in the ground. Grab a bucket of lava. Go and grab our bucket of water. Look at that, beautiful. And there it is, cobblestone generator done. More cobble. Nice. Okay, so let's put this down here. It's going to make a big mess, but that's okay. We're going to put it down here so you guys can see it. Basically, it's your standard cobble gen, same as it was in Stoneblock 2. Put the water and the lava, and it makes a cobble, and it's going to spit it out somewhere in the vicinity. I'll clean this up between episodes, so we've got a really nice little setup for us to collect cobblestone. Well, let's go check out the quest and see where we're at with the quest line. We've completed that. Let's claim our reward. Mob souls. Mob souls have a 20% chance of dropping anytime a mob dies. Kill mobs to obtain mob souls. Well, we've already done that because, well, I'm inundated with our friendly mobs. What did we get from that? Oh, we got some conveyor belts. Awesome. We're getting a nice little collection of stuff, and that'll help with our cobble gen. See, look at that. We're already producing a single piece of cobble. Nice. So the mob souls, we've already got some of these. And pretty standard, just basically any mob, passive or non-passive. I'm gonna put that in our inventory. I ain't afraid of no ghost, unless it's a creeper. Let's go grab this one. Mob souls, claim rewards. Hi all, I'm gonna interrupt this episode with a little bit of a confession. It turns out while editing I discovered that a lot of my footage got corrupted and was incomplete. And I was really struggling to put a coherent end to completing the quest line. Thankfully, I had saved a couple of world backups. It's not perfect, but the next lot of footage has been created using the backups. Hence why my inventory, chest contents and background might appear a little bit different. However, the very end quest completion is from the original world, so the reward I got is genuine. So let's have a look at the quest. Funk Soul Brother. You can get soul sand by combining sand, a mob soul, and some witch water in a crafting table. And you can make witch water in a witch's cauldron with water and a mob soul. Tip: clay can be obtained by placing dripstone blocks in a millstone. I think that might be useful. So let's craft some soul sand. So let's look in the wiki, see how to make soul sand. Under miscellaneous items, and if you go right to the back end, you'll find soul sand. This is made with 7 sand, a witch water, and a mob soul. It's an easy way to craft soul sand, and buckets will not be consumed on crafting, which is good to know. So let's take a look at the witch's cauldron. These, I believe, can be found under magic and blocks. There we go, the witch cauldron. The witch cauldron can be used to create witch water, which has a variety of uses. When a witch cauldron is placed on mycelium and it is full of water, it'll slowly turn the water into witch water indicated by particles. Use a bucket to add or extract the liquid. Another use of the witch cauldron is making mobs come to life using totems. To bring a totem to life using the witch cauldron, simply interact with a witch cauldron full of witch water. Mob souls can also be added to water to make the witch water. So there we go, and this is how you make it. And as you can see, it needs 6 iron, a porcelain totem, and a standard cauldron. There's a lot of iron that's going to be needed to make this, so we're going to have to do a fair bit of grinding to get all that iron. And the witch water. Witch water is a hazardous liquid. When you come in contact with it, you'll be inflicted with the wither effect. But on some mob types, it can transform them into other mob types. So try experimenting. So the witch water is basically a fallback to Stoneblock 2, where it's made by putting a bucket of water in a witch's cauldron that's been placed over mycelium. So let's go and look at this process. So the mycelium can be created using ancient spores on dirt. You get the ancient spores as a drop from using the crook on dirt. And as you can see, it clearly says use on dirt to create mycelium. So let's grab one of those and I'll show you how it works. So we've got some dirt here from where we've been planting our trees. So you just right click it on the dirt and voila! Mycelium. Now to make the witch's cauldron, let's check the recipe. Clear out that cauldron, there it is. And as you can see, like it said in the book, we need 6 iron ingots and a porcelain totem along with the actual cauldron itself. So I think needing 13 iron ingots, which is 52 iron scrap, is not going to be fun to grind for. So let's go and see how we can improve the iron scrap production. And once we have that underway, we can look at how we could make the porcelain totem. So one of the ways we can semi-automate the iron scrap production is by attaching our millstone to a water wheel. A bit like the Create mod does in Java. Now it often gets given to you as a random reward, which is how we've got one. But if we needed to make a water wheel, we would need, I believe, 8 wood, here you go, and a shaft, which is pretty easy to make, all things considered. But like I said, I'm pretty confident we've got one already that we've been given, which is rather handy. As well as the water wheel, we'll also need a few extra cogs. We've got 2 here, which will do us for now. And we'll also need our shafts, which we have. Now, the making of the cogs was in fact a quest, which unfortunately, in between all my recordings, I didn't actually record getting. But as you can see, it's been completed here, and we're going to claim the reward. So let's claim it and see what happens. Now the technology quest requires a harvester, so we'll have a look at that next time when we go to look at the rest of the technology quests. What was our reward? We got some compressed clay, which will be really handy for making the porcelain totem. So a few more things happened off camera when I first logged in. One was that a villager and a wandering trader with llamas appeared. So I kept the villager around as he has some pretty cool trades that I wanted to show you. His name is Professor Spruce and he is trading for some of the beast cards. We already have the DRP card, but I would love to be able to get the Squidgy and FTB cards. The wandering trader didn't have much to trade, mostly mini blocks, which I'm not quite in the market for yet. So unfortunately both him and his llamas had a rather sword-induced exit. But then, what should appear but a loot bee? And this is the loot we got from the bee. And we got our loot bag, we've got the bone, the cheese, and the sniffer egg. That's pretty excited. I'm actually really keen to try that. Let's check the loot bag first, and we got ourselves some compressed gravel, which is perfect because we're going to need that for the next part of our... So after all that excitement, let's get back into it. Now we have all the bits we need for the automation setup, cogs, the water wheel, and the shaft. So we need to place the water wheel in a 3x3 area, hence why this is dug out the way it is. So we'll place that right here. And as you can see, it spins beautifully while it's sitting in water. Now on top of that, we'll need to place a shaft, like so. And then on top of that, we will need to place a cog. Now this makes sure that it's all in line with my millstone. Thank you. Shall we try that again? So if we put the cog on here, you'll see that it now lines up perfectly with the millstone. And I will need a couple of blocks, so we'll grab the wool, because why not? And we're going to put those there so I can place the next cog. Oh, wait, one more. That's better. Next cog there. Can I not place that on wool? So it turns out I can't place a cog on wool. Give me a second. We'll take the wool down. And we will place in some wood instead. Cog. There we go. Much better. Look at that. And we'll go and we'll take down this wood. Need that there. Excellent. And as you can hear and see, it's happily grinding away. So yay, that means it's all working. All we need to do now is add some gravel into the mill. I haven't got any in here yet, but my plan is to do a bit of cobble and gravel grinding in between recordings so I can add the stacks to the millstones like this. And over time, I'll be able to just add them into the grindstone as it's needed. There are a couple of glitches with the mill that you probably need to be made aware of. First of all, don't add to any that is already in the mill. It's best to add the gravel once it's fully empty again. I have already lost a couple of stacks of gravel from this glitch before I realised what was going on. I'm not a smart woman sometimes. There's also a glitch where you can add the gravel, count to 2, and take it back out, and it'll give you a free stack. By the way, thank you for the comment, Done1772. I appreciate it a lot. I've not been able to get that to work for me yet, but it does point out how glitchy the millstone can be. So just be aware when you're actually using it. So now that we've got our iron production sorted, let's take a look at the porcelain totem. So this needs clay and a rune. Well, we got the tip in the quest info to say that dripstone can be put in the millstone. So let's grab some dripstone quickly and we'll make our dripstone block and we'll put that in the grindstone so you can see how that works. So perfectly we have, oh, we'll grab a bit more than 4. Shall we grab that many? And we'll grab 4 blocks. Good, it's empty, perfect. We'll place those in there. Make sure it's grinding away. Beautiful. And there you go. As you can see, it gave us some clay. Gives us a decent amount as well, which is pretty awesome. However, we have actually managed to get that compressed clay before from the reward, so I'm probably going to use that for these initially. So next up is to make this rune. And this is where I get unstuck. Because I haven't got any spirit essence. I haven't got any of the essences. And I currently don't have access to the essence. It's not in the stone that's close to spawn, like it has been in the past. And I think I might need to dig out that way, or that way, or that way, or that way a fair bit to be able to access it. There is another way to access it though, through the essence plough. But this needs iron rods. And it also needs deep slate to be able to make the actual essence, neither of which I've got access to right now. And as you can see, the iron tool rods are made through the smelters equipment, which basically means it's made through here. I think if I can show you, there it is. There's the rod pattern. So to be able to use that, we would not only need to get through the exploration quests, at least the first one, which I haven't done yet, haven't even looked at yet. I would also need to complete the smelters quest so we can learn how to make iron anything, iron tools, iron rods, the whole works. So for this reason, and because I wanted to complete this questline for you guys, I've decided to go down the slightly easier route to get soul sand. And this is simply to place sand under a dripper filled with lava. And here it is. However, I've already done this. So I think if I pick up this block here, we'll be all good. Complete the quest line. Thanks, soul brother. And that's the quest complete. Let's go complete it, guys. Claim the reward. Congratulations on completing this chapter of the quest book. But don't stop here, because there's so much more to see and do in Stoneblock 3. Wow, guys. We did it. We completed the quest line, which is absolutely fantastic. And we will carry on down the Witchwater way of doing things as well. I am going to show you how that goes, because obviously that's part of that magic quest. Part of the magic wiki, which I'm pretty sure there'll be parts in the quest line at some point that we can have a look at, and if not, we'll do a separate episode for it. Wait, you guys see what we got as a reward for that quest line completion? You see it in my inventory? It's a smithing template, but not just any smithing template. It's a netherite upgrade. I'm pretty excited about this one, as I want to get netherite armor as soon as I can. I want to be all suited up before I head out exploring. So that's going to be the end of this episode. Next episode is the smelting quest line, so stay tuned for that one and subscribe so you can get the notification for when it comes out. I truly hope you've enjoyed joining me on this journey, and don't forget to ding that like button if you did. It'll be greatly appreciated. Take care everybody, stay safe, stay strong, and see you all next time. Bye!